Connecting the dots of the Constitution for you like no one else can. The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's an attorney, a disabled U.S. Army veteran, an author, public speaker, mother, pastor's wife, and a patriot. She's KrisAnne Hall.
Any varmint that crosses that lady's path has met its match.
Beautiful, wonderful day across the chilly U.S. Thank you, global warming, for this huge cold snap throughout the United States. Although I suppose I can't complain too much. Where I am in Florida, it is 46 degrees. And it will likely get close to mid-70s today. So I can't really complain, I suppose, when it's going to get close to 70. Oh, look at that. Maybe not close to 70. You know, hypocrisy, speaking of global warming. Hypocrisy. I am always stunned at the wisdom that comes from our framers. And perhaps because Thomas Paine is the framer that I have picked up recently to reread, and because I do that quite often, just pick them up and read them again. Because frankly, the government gives me new teaching points every single day. And the words of the framers become more and more true. They simply were not giving us warnings. They've become prophecy, and I say that very loosely. I'm just saying history is repeating itself, and we're not learning anything. But in his version of American Crisis, written December 23rd, 1776, Thomas Paine wrote, "Yet panics, in some cases, have their uses. They produce as much good as hurt. Their duration is always short. The mind soon grows through them, and acquires a firmer habit than before. But their peculiar advantage is that they are the touchstones of sincerity and hypocrisy. And it brings things and men to light, which might otherwise have lain forever undiscovered. In fact, they have the same effect on secret traitors, which an imaginary apparition would have upon a private murderer. They sift out hidden thoughts of man, and hold them up in public to the world." You see, I'm often completely mind-boggled at the cult of personality worship that we have for politicians. A case in point, something that I have put forward about Trey Gowdy that apparently hasn't been put forward anywhere else. Or not much, right? Because this post on my Facebook page has now gone out to over 60,000 people. Now, remember what Thomas Paine said, because I believe our framers had a very valuable vision. Patrick Henry called it the lamp to guide our way. He says, "I have but one lamp by which my feet are guided. That is the lamp of experience. I know no way to judge the future but by the past." Thomas Paine was not making just blanket open predictions. He was telling you what history has shown to be true forever. And remember, he says that these crises are the touchstones of sincerity and hypocrisy, and bring things and men to light which might otherwise have lain forever undiscovered. He says you got in these crises, in these challenges, you've got to listen very closely to what people say. Because when they're in a crisis, when they're put to the test, you strangely get the truth. And Trey Gowdy's admission that they know Article 1, Section 7 gives the House the unilateral power to defund Obamacare, and that they're choosing not to do that is extremely enlightening. Yet we deny that. Denying it. People, comments now. The post shared 1,500 times. Over 140 comments. Most of them see the truth, but I'm still stunned at the defense of Trey Gowdy. Oh, he's a good guy. He's not failed us before. I don't know that this is enough information to say this is actually what is going on. I think that we need to give them the benefit of the doubt. They're going to come in and let all this Obamacare happen and then save us. Really? Really? Because you have what experience to prove that to be true? See, my question would be, for you, as you evaluate your elected employee, these are important lessons that we have to learn. As you evaluate your elected employee, what has he done? What has he said when he's been really challenged? When he hasn't been in a script, when his feet have been put to the fire, what are the words that come out of his mouth? Because out of the abundance of the heart flows the words from the mouth. And when you're off script, and when you have no predisposed talking points, what do you say? When you're backed against the wall, and you begin to panic, as it was obvious that Mr. Gowdy did at this point. That's why I provided his testimony, his words, the full clip. How does your elected employee respond? I don't want to know what he does during campaign time. I don't want to know what he does at his town hall when he's on point. I want to know what he does at his town hall when somebody stands up and challenges him and puts him off guard. What does he say? Because these are the times when you will know where they really are. Now, I'm not trying to say that Trey Gowdy is somehow a traitor to this country. I'm not trying to say that he somehow has planned to destroy this country the way Obama has. I mean, it's clear Obama wants to destroy this country. I'm just telling you that Trey Gowdy is going along with the Republicans who have a very dangerous and reckless plan. A very dangerous and reckless plan that will be played out at the cost of American prosperity, American lives, and American, not national security, but personal security. A very dangerous, reckless game. These are the things that we have to take for truth. When we'll believe every campaign promise, we'll fall in front of a train for them because of a campaign promise. But all of a sudden, when they say things that come out of the abundance of the heart, we say, well, we just don't have enough information. We can't, this is not who he really is. Really? So you believe prepared statements are who your political elected employee is? Prepared statements? Prepared speeches? That's who they are? Or who they are is what you see when you knock them off kilter just a little bit. Panics, in some cases, have their uses. They produce as much good as hurt. Their duration is always short because we're fickle, he says. But their peculiar advantage is that they are touchstones of sincerity and hypocrisy, and bring things and men to light which may otherwise have lain forever undiscovered. Mitch McConnell. Everybody. There are many people who have discovered who Mitch McConnell is. But I want to wonder, are there enough still who will put politics over principle and personality over truth and re-elect Mitch? Mitch McConnell, who came out and said that Tea Parties were bullies and that he hoped to have the opportunity to punch them in the nose. It is well known that Mitch McConnell is no friend to the Tea Party, although when he was on Neil Cavuto, he had a totally different story. Now he's backtracking. He says, "Let me make it clear," McConnell told Cavuto. "I'm a big fan of the Tea Party movement. I think it's been extremely important." Really? Well, I haven't finished the sentence, have I? Because I started to read that and I thought, oh my goodness, Mitch, you are a hypocrite of full political measure. And then I fell on the floor laughing when I read the sentence. Because he says, "Let me make it clear. I'm a big fan of the Tea Party movement. I think it's been extremely important in helping us regain the House and do well in the Senate in 2010. Do you hear that, conservative grassroots leaders? Out of the panic that Mitch McConnell is suffering because of the backlash over his attack of the very people who now create this fundamental movement of conservatism, the real conservatism. Their attack on him, our attack on those who support him, has caused Mitch McConnell to panic, and now you are seeing the abundance of his heart. We love you, Tea Party, says the Republican Party. We love you, Tea Party, because you put us in office. We don't love your platforms. We don't love your positions, and we don't love your conviction for the Constitution. But we love you because you elect us. Hey, who's getting the light shine on them now? McConnell? Or those who are...
KrisAnne Hall Show.
Fun, Food, and Entertainment is Tallahassee's most entertaining monthly ragazine that features jokes, comedy, funny photos, and discounts to Tallahassee's oldest and most famous eateries. Check out youcanwin.com. That's spelled out, not abbreviated. Have you ever wondered why abbreviation is such a long word? And I wonder what its abbreviation is. Anyway, for locations where you can find this great piece of journalism, just go to the website, youcanwin.com. You don't have to register. The site will let you browse and download menus, exclusive discounts, and even has some hidden features you can get to from the keyword box on the front page. Just type in the word fun stuff or not printable. Fun, Food, and Entertainment, and youcanwin.com. Tallahassee's biggest double dose of free stuff, fun, and entertainment.
When you need electrical services anywhere in the greater Tallahassee area, there's only one name you need to know.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
For 2 generations, there's only been one company that can handle any electrical project, from new construction to industrial to complete remodels, whether commercial or residential.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The reason they've won so many awards is because they've earned your trust with fair, consistent pricing, honesty, integrity, and quality workmanship they stand behind. That's why the best customer service experience you're ever going to have with an electrical company is with
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The good guys. Guess who does the electrical work for so many local restaurants, department stores, retail centers, pharmacies, schools, churches, and too many others to mention?
Let me guess. Lawson & Lawson Electric.
Now you got it.
Check them out online at llelectrical.com. Call 562-4111. That's 562-4111 for Lawson & Lawson Electric. License number EC1 3002150.
This is Gary Fogelman from Budget Blinds of Tallahassee, offering stylish, high-quality window coverings for your home. Our large selection of window treatments includes shutters, blinds, draperies, shades, and more. Regardless of the window shape or size, Budget Blinds has a solution for you. Take 25% off Signature Series window coverings and get our no-questions-asked 5-year warranty. Call Budget Blinds for your free in-home consultation at 668-4835, online at budgetblinds.com/Tallahassee. Mention this ad and get extra 10% off Signature Series blinds.
Hey, Bruiser, you ready to do the old holiday shopping routine?
Yeah, I got all the houses picked out.
Alrighty.
Hey, you know, I almost feel sorry for these folks.
Oh, don't go soft on me now. That's why they pay insurance.
Okay, so you promise those kids will just lose their bikes for a little while?
Yeah, I promise. Whatever.
All right, then let's sing our favorite holiday song.
Yeah. We're making our list, checking it twice.
Looking for houses with things that are nice. Bruiser and Browser are coming to town. We're filling our truck, we won't leave much.
Avoiding those houses that got safe touch.
Bruiser and Browser are coming to town.
Crooks and know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our prices, and we're still as low as $1 a day. Call now to find out more about our video monitoring and crash and smash technology.
Call 385-9511 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
The holidays are nearly here, and if style-leading technology, fuel efficiency, and refined luxury is on the top of your list, then look no further than Tallahassee Lincoln. From the moment you walk into our showroom, you'll know our commitment to customer service is second to none, which is why customers like Yvette choose Tallahassee Lincoln as their premier dealership.
I'm in sales, and I know what good customer service is, and I know that these guys provide it every day. They made us promises about the vehicle. They kept the promises. They delivered everything on time, and they've done a great job with customer service since we received the vehicle.
During the Lincoln Wishlist Sales Event, get an exceptional offer on the 2014 Lincoln MKZ, starting at just $38,991. If you're looking for luxury, there's only one place to be, Tallahassee Lincoln. Visit TallahasseeLincoln.com for our full inventory. Stock number 805177, VIN number 3LN 6L2 G92 ER 805177, MSRP 41439. Zero security deposit plus tax tag entitled with approved credit. Offer ends 12/31/2013.
When you need quality residential or commercial fencing at a super affordable price, call Ultimate Fence and Deck. Ultimate Fence and Deck is locally owned, serving the Tallahassee area for over a decade. They specialize in chain link, wood, PVC, aluminum, and wrought iron fences, as well as gates, railings, and fence maintenance. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured and give free estimates. If you can dream it or draw it, they can build it. Call 222-5446, 222-5446, online at ultimatefencing.com.
The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
We are rediscovering the warnings and prophecies of our framers every single day on the KrisAnne Hall Show. You can go to my website, KrisAnneHall.com, KrisAnnehall.com, and find more truth, more historically based facts that have become current day realities. I want to challenge you to do that. You're going to be very amazed at what you see, at just how history repeats itself, and just how we could have avoided it. Reminding you that when people are panicked, when people are off script, that's when you find out what they really mean. Thomas Paine says, the particular advantage to these moments is that they are touchstones of sincerity and hypocrisy. They bring things and men to light, which might otherwise have lain forever undiscovered. Funny thing about light, isn't it? Funny thing about light. It shines on all things, not just what we want to see. And this panic that Mitch McConnell is suffering from because of the fact that people have seen that he's not the constitutional conservative there, all across the country, not just simply in Kentucky, but everywhere. I imagine that support for Mitch McConnell has dried up like an Arizona desert. And now he's backtracking. Now he's panicking, and he's saying, "Look, I want to be clear. Please, please, let me understand. Let me make you understand me. I'm a big fan of the Tea Party movement. I never meant that they were bullies, that they need to be punched in the nose, and the numerous other attacks Mitch McConnell has made on the Tea Party. That's just most recent. His actions have even been more persuasive than his words. He says, I'm a big fan of the Tea Party movement. I think it's been extremely important in helping us regain the House and do well in the Senate in 2010. This light that is shining on Mitch McConnell's hypocrisy, his political immorality, is shining a light somewhere else too, isn't it? Right? What is Mitch saying? We love you, Tea Party, because you put us in office. They've never supported your platform. They've never supported the Constitution. Mitch McConnell said, if you're for the Constitution, you're an enemy to me. So, hey, Republicans, I'm just speaking to the ones who say, well, I have to vote for the electable guy. I've got to vote for the lesser of two evils, admitting that you actually will get behind and support evil if it's the only perceived option. They're using you. They're using you. When are we going to wake up as a people and understand that what they say in these moments are the truth? And all this other political pandering and posturing is all done with note cards and sound points that have been given to them by Mitch McConnell, the Senate Minority Leader, and John Boehner, the House Leader. You see, they have marching orders. The party makes that very clear. Why do you think that so much attack is going against Justin Amash? Why? Because he doesn't take marching orders. The sad news is, you get to find out who actually does. I mean, I've never been more disappointed in someone than I am in Rand Paul. Taking his marching orders from the Republican Party. His dad needs to sit him down and say, look, Rand, you need to understand these people are not your friend. Stop taking marching orders from them. See, Rand had greater potential than Ron. He doesn't carry all the baggage, but how is it that human nature is when you don't carry baggage, you want to pick up some? And his endorsement, continual endorsement of Mitch McConnell, after Mitch McConnell attacks the very people that put Rand Paul into office, is absolutely stunning to me. Why is that? Somebody said, oh, he's just doing what he has to do. Really? Because I'm thinking being moral is what you have to be. Being true is what you have to be. And doing right when it's right is what you have to do.
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
Even in North Florida, we get our share of chilly winter nights. Make sure you don't get surprised by a broken unit on the night you finally need your heater. Schedule your maintenance visit now, because winter is only cool when your toes are warm. Turn to the experts at Barano and Carrier to find out more. BaranoAC.com. License number CAC 057652. Find out more at BaranoAC.com.
There may not be another government shutdown next month after all. Maybe. A bipartisan budget deal has been brokered by Republican Paul Ryan, Democrat Patty Murray of Washington State. President Obama says he will sign the bill if it is passed, but some in Congress upset it does not include an extension of jobless benefits that expire the end of this month, so we'll see soon. A flag-draped coffin containing the body of Nelson Mandela is now lying in state in the South African capital, Pretoria, long lines of people paying their respects. NTSB about to hold a hearing this morning on that jetliner crash in San Francisco last summer that left 3 teenagers dead. Being called a miracle, 6 people, 4 of them kids, found alive and in good shape in the wilds of northern Nevada. Their Jeep had turned over. They'd been missing since Sunday. Annual Screen Actors Guild Award nominees to be announced today could include Gravity, American Hustle, The Butler. Doug Limerick, ABC News.
ABC Network News on Freedom 93 FM is brought to you by Kraft Nissan.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan, and have I got some exciting news for you. Kraft Nissan is now the exclusive lifetime warranty dealer in Tallahassee and Thomasville, so listen up. If you purchase your next vehicle at Kraft Nissan, you're going to receive a lifetime warranty good for unlimited time and unlimited miles. You heard right, unlimited time and unlimited miles, and I mean warranty, no asterisks or fast-talking disclosures. You don't have to come back to Kraft Nissan for maintenance or repairs. You can do it anywhere in the United States or Canada. You do not have to complete any more maintenance than what's in the factory manual. When you purchase your vehicle at Kraft Nissan, everything that is covered by the factory powertrain warranty is covered by your lifetime warranty. We're talking engine, transmission, transaxle, and drivetrain, including intake and exhaust manifolds, fuel and water pumps, timing chain and tensioner, and it doesn't stop there. Kraft Nissan's lifetime warranty is no small coverage, and did I mention this warranty doesn't cost you a dime? You want to hear more? Give us a call at 576-6171, visit us on the web at craftnissan.com, or just stop by. And remember, if you don't see the Kraft tag on your car, you paid too much, way too much, and you did not get lifetime warranty.
This is Adam Goodson, the new general manager at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, downtown Tallahassee. If you're a regular at Harry's, you know about our great selection of seafood, chicken, beef, and pork dishes, along with our signature burgers, sandwiches, and salads. Harry's uses the best contemporary Cajun and Creole flavors on dishes like shrimp and scallop Orleans, grilled chicken Baton Rouge, Bourbon Street salmon, and French quarter beef tenderloin. Our happy hour specials go from 2 to 7 every day except Tuesday, but happy hour goes all day. Plus, half-price wine on Mondays and half-price martinis on Wednesdays. Best of all, during Harry's holiday gift card promotion, get a free $30 gift card for every $100 gift card purchased. Check out our special holiday menu, Salmon Rockefeller, a Beta Root Beer glazed prime pork chop, and our holiday trio, filet, lobster, and shrimp scampi. Don't forget the winterberry cobbler and pumpkin martinis. I'm Adam Goodson, looking forward to meeting you this holiday season. Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, Inland Plaza, downtown Tallahassee.
I'm Ann Howard, news anchor here on Freedom 93 FM. With everything going on in the news, do you sometimes feel overwhelmed or stressed out or just need to relax? Then do what I do and call Barb at Your Ultimate Massage in Midtown Tallahassee. At Your Ultimate Massage, Barb will not only help you relax, but her massages actually improve circulation. I left my last session feeling great. Visiting Your Ultimate Massage also relieves pain, enhances immunity, and promotes feelings of well-being. So, are you ready to invest in your health like I have? Your Ultimate Massage offers more than 20 different types of massage and spa services starting as low as $30. And a gift certificate from Your Ultimate Massage makes a wonderful holiday gift or stocking stuffer. So trust me and book your session now. Tell Barb that Ann Howard sent you. Call 509-1126 or online at yourultimatemassage.com. That's yourultimatemassage.com, and you can thank me later.
Jason Butera here again for The Printery. You've heard me say how The Printery offers color copies every day starting at just 36 cents. But did you know that we also offer same-day turnaround? Free pickup and delivery, letterhead, envelopes, booklets, flyers, postcards, posters with foam core mounting, presentation binders with tabs. The Printery, home of 36-cent color copies every day. From business cards to banners, if it's ink on paper, we've got it covered. Call us today at 877-6418.
KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
This morning on the KrisAnne Hall Show, behind the Liberty First microphone, showing the light that shines on, a light of truth that shines on hypocrisy. As the words of Thomas Paine give us, panics in some cases have their uses. They produce as much good as hurt. Their duration is always short. The mind soon grows through with them. and acquires a firmer habit than before, but their particular advantage is that they are the touchstones of sincerity and hypocrisy and bring things and men to light, which might otherwise have lain forever undiscovered. In fact, they have the same effect on secret traitors with which an imaginary apparition would have upon a private murderer. They sift out hidden thoughts of man and hold them up in public to the world. The more I learn, the more I understand that we are so lied to in government. Earlier this year, several documents became declassified. Documents made through challenge by the National Security Archive at George Washington University filed a lawsuit against the NSA to have these documents declassified. Old documents. Activity of the NSA from the 1960s. Now I bring this to you because we're talking about hypocrisy today. And these politicians who claim they had no idea NSA was doing the spying on Americans to the extent that it was being done, or deny that it's happening. Hypocrisy. Because this declassified document from the 1960s shows that what the NSA is doing today is no different than what it was doing in the 1960s. This has been going on. This surveillance of citizens. Not on this level, of course. We didn't have the technology to do it on this level, at this mass volume, but it was still happening. Not only that, but using this information to manipulate people. Who's on the list? Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, 2 U.S. senators. You see, you get in government and you have to know the NSA is spying on you. You have to know that. Hey, I was in military intelligence. We were taught that we were being watched. If you get into government and you have any access to any information, at this point, if you're in the House or in the Senate, you have access to information regardless of your security clearance. You are on the list. And Martin Luther King was on the list. Civil rights leaders on the list. Muhammad Ali on the list. The Washington bureau chief of the New York Times on the list. You see, the media is also subject to NSA manipulation since the 1960s. Washington Post columnist Art Buchwald, Senator Church, Senator Howard Baker, monitoring their phone calls, their telegrams, their communications. $150,000 telephone calls, telexes, and cables admitted in 1969. And you want to understand what's going on today? Seriously. This is no different, and if they want to sit there and tell you they had no idea, oh, this is not going on. If they want to deny that it's going on, here you have the proof. Declassified NSA documents from the 60s. There's been no change except for an increase in activity. Now we have a top secret document released showing how the NSA uses this stuff. This document reads, a previous SIGINT, that means signal intelligent. When you're intercepting communications, that's called SIGINT. A previous SIGINT assessment report on radicalization indicated that radicalizers appear, I'm reading from the document, appear to be particularly vulnerable in the area of authority when their private and public behaviors are not consistent. Some of the vulnerabilities, I'm quoting, if exposed, would likely call into question a radicalizer's devotion to their cause, leading to the degradation or loss of authority. And then creates a list of these things that they include as vulnerabilities. Viewing sexually explicit material online or using sexually explicit pervasive language when communicating with inexperienced young girls. Using a portion of their donations that they're receiving from susceptible pool to defray their own personal expenses. Here's a good one. Charging an exorbitant amount of money for their speaking fees and being singularly attracted by opportunities to increase their stature. Well, doesn't that apply to Bill Clinton? I mean, how many people leave government and charge $20,000, $30,000? I think Bill Clinton charges $80,000 a speech. Here's another one. Being known to base their public messaging on questionable sources or using language that is contradictory in nature, leaving them open to credible challenges. I think you've just identified the President of the United States in at least 3 of those categories. But you see, this is NSA documents. These are what these people do. And it's not ending. It's not. It's growing. The U.S. National Security Agency has hundreds of teens and college students on its payroll now, thanks to a recruiting effort aimed at wooing would-be writers and aspiring producers into the intelligence community, reports RT. NSA recruiters are seeking college upperclassmen with at least a 3.0 grade point average who are pursuing writing, editing, journalism, or television production, motion picture production, 3D animation, among other fields. Young men and women are tempted with a competitive salary, the government ad gives. Subsidized housing near NSA headquarters at Fort Meade. Duties include spreading accurate and timely information regarding the NSA's missions and accomplishments. Can I point you back to the Smith Modernization Act, created by Representative Thornberry in Texas, passed overwhelmingly by the House, that removed a prohibition that had been in place since 1948 that prohibited the government from using our tax dollars to create propaganda to manipulate us. That's gone now, thanks to Representative Thornberry, who told me I was crazy and paranoid. And now, what do we have? We have the NSA recruiting journalists to spread accurate and timely information. They don't know this is going on. How can they not go this on? The House has to know this is going on because the NSA couldn't hire anybody unless the House gave them money to do it. Oh, but you see, money's not a problem. Just ask Paul Ryan. Why do we have to worry about money? Paul Ryan thinks it's a great deal that we can increase the national debt to over $25 trillion in the next 10 years. Oh, that's a great deal, he says. Well, I'll remind you that the Ryan budget deal has never been a great deal. Even when the Republicans were pushing it, even when the conservatives were in love, and I'm sure many of them are still gushing over Paul Ryan. But his original bill, the penny bill that got everybody all worked up, still continued to account for baseline budgeting, which accounted for a 7% automatic increase every single year. That's what baseline budgeting is. We're not going to cut the inflationary growth. We're just going to keep 7% every single year, regardless of inflation, regardless of whatever. Do you know the national debt is now $17 trillion? This Ryan deal does nothing to change the national debt from its current level and actually increases it by over $8 trillion. Are we still in love with Paul Ryan? I'm just asking you. How is this? Oh, and then we have Paul Ryan announcing that we're going to have overwhelming support in the House for this $8 trillion increase in debt. Harry Reid says, this is proof that Democrats and Republicans can work together. Well, you're right, Harry Reid. You guys go along with anybody as long as they give you more money. This is no deal. This is no compromise. This is capitulation. The GOP agreeing to give them $8 trillion more. Oh, for spending cuts later. We'll gladly pay you Tuesday for our debt increase today. Really? You know what? You're either being manipulated, or we have the dumbest people in the universe sitting in the House of Representatives. Just saying.
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
Call E&B Heating and Air Conditioning. Your total comfort is guaranteed. We'll replace or repair your broken AC. Treating you like family is how we succeed. We professionally train each of our techs. They are tested for drugs and their backgrounds checked. The technician seal of safety means you'll be worry-free when you turn to the experts at EN.
Did you know at E&B we back up your air conditioner with a 7-point comfort guarantee? Call us for all the details today at 575-9119. We proudly install Carrier, but service all brands. Turn to the experts at E&B for an energy-efficient Carrier system that will lower your energy bills. Call 575-9119 or go to enbheatandair.com. License CAC 057604.
Sell the best and fix the rest, or it's free.
It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a flying bear. Hi, it's Ann Howard from Freedom 93 FM to talk to you about the newest, coolest restaurant in town, the Flying Bear on Thomasville Road. The Flying Bear takes the American classics you love and gives them a tantalizing twist. They use the freshest ingredients from local vendors to create a mouth-watering cuisine you'll never forget. Go try a unique pizza with Bradley sausage, a grass-fed beef burger, Ann's turkey salad, or their amazing meatloaf. Just look for the big Papa Bear chair and the big pink Mama Bear chair, and when you get to the Flying Bear, tell them Ann Howard sent you.
Your local Burger King wants you to help us help Christmas Connection. Bring an unwrapped toy, a clothing item, or a non-perishable food item to any local Burger King and share the joy of Christmas with a family in need. Help us help Christmas Connection. Made possible in part by Browning Moving and Logistics. Make your next move your best move. The Printery. If it's ink on paper, we've got you covered. And Zikro Academy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in their new expanded location on North Monroe. Find out more at helpchristmasconnection.com.
Have your business printing needs exceeded what your office printer can handle? Jason Butera here for The Printery. Reduce your stress. Your projects will be professionally printed and you won't have to worry about being over budget on ink, paper, or overtime for someone to stay late and keep the printer running. Give us a call. We set the standard in personalized service with outstanding results. The Printery, home of 36-cent color copies. From business cards to banners, if it's ink on paper, we've got it covered. Call us today at 877-6418.
Join us and support the blanket and coat drive this holiday season. Help those less fortunate stay warm this winter. Bring new or gently used blankets and coats to any Stewardship Dry Cleaners location all November and December. They will clean used ones and then donate all items to Echo. Thank you for your support and happy holidays.
Hey Tallahassee, it's time to get on board the Gus Bus.
The Jaguars have teamed up with WVFT Freedom 93.3 FM and Po' Boys Creole Cafe to offer you a new way to get the Jaguars games at a great low price. Catch round-trip transportation to Everbank Field on the Gus Bus, plus a Jaguars game ticket from just $50 per person per game. The Gus Bus leaves at 8:30 a.m. prior to each Jaguars home game from Po' Boys Killarn, 1425 Village Square Boulevard. Stop by Po' Boys Killarn for more information or call 904-633-5276 and book your seat on the Gus Bus today.
Direct Auto presents J.J. Hightail, ex-race car driver.
I'm no stranger to being rewarded, and I have the trophies to prove it. Best socks on a Tuesday, most living cats on a property, karate. My most recent award, the switchover discount from Direct Auto Insurance. They like to reward drivers who've had coverage by giving them a big-time discount on top of their already low rates.
J.J. does karate. Call Direct Auto at 877-GO-DIRECT. Rates and discounts vary. Direct General Group, Nashville, Tennessee.
The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
So where are we today? We the people. Where do you want to be? I'm just saying. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be one of the manipulated? Or do you want to be one of the truth tellers? You want to have the discernment to see who people really are? Or do you just want to go along to get along? See, I'm given always to the wisdom of our framers. Because, I don't know about you, but I was taught that there's great wisdom that can be found in the experiences of those who've actually lived their lives. And this Ryan deal, according to Thomas Paine, is the indication that we have immoral, selfish parents in the House of Representatives. See, Thomas Paine says, I once felt all that kind of anger which a man ought to feel against the mean principles that are held by the Tories. Now, these are the big government guys, the Tories. He says, a noted one who kept a tavern at Amboy was standing at his door with as pretty a child in his hand, about 8 or 9 years old, as I ever saw. And after speaking his mind as freely as he thought was prudent, finished with this unfatherly expression, well, give me peace in my day. Paine says, not a man lives on the continent but fully believes that a separation must some time or the other finally take place. And a generous parent should have said, if there must be trouble, let it be in my day, that my child may have peace. Do you know what Paul Ryan is telling you? With his $8 trillion debt increase, do you know what any person in the House of Representatives that votes for this budget deal is telling you? Well, give me peace in my day. Thomas Paine called that an unfatherly expression, a indication of just how selfish someone really is. Because if we had morally bound people, if we had generous parents, if we had people in the House of Representatives that actually loved their children, they would be saying, if there must be trouble, let it be in my day that my child may have peace. Nope, we're going to roll up our sleeves. We are going to make the cuts that we have to make. We're not going to increase one more penny. As a matter of fact, we are going to decrease this budget this year right now. That is what someone who would say that loves their child, who loves their grandchildren. But apparently we are full of people like Mitch McConnell, like Paul Ryan, like John Boehner, who are willing to send our children into slavery and debt, because debt is slavery. I don't care how offensive that may sound. Who you owe money to is who rules your life. Right? Do you hate your job? Do you hate getting up for going to work every day? Or maybe you don't hate it. Maybe you would just rather stay home sometimes. Right? How many of us would rather spend our days on the beach, sucking up cool drinks with fruit, getting a tan? Do you know why you can't do that? Because you are in debt. And because of that debt, you have to go to work and you are enslaved. That's what it is. The compulsory, mandatory labor outside your free will and choice. Many people work because they want to, and that's good. Many people in this country are debt-free, and they work because they want to. There's a great liberation in that. But debt is slavery. It puts you in servitude to those you owe money to. And Paul Ryan and all those who will vote for this budget deal will say, I'd rather my child pay back my debt than me do what's necessary so that he can have peace in his day. I don't know about you, but I will just classify that as wicked, evil, and immoral. Am I being too harsh? I don't know. Let's visit our posterity in 40 years and see how they reflect on us. Because I think that if we don't fix this now, posterity will look on us, be ashamed that we were called countrymen, be disgusted by what we did at their expense, all because we had to support the party. We had to vote for the lesser of two evils. And this is really the only plan that we had an option to. Wake up, America. You're being manipulated. It's a time to put liberty first.